Have you ever faced a moment in life that felt like it would define you forever? Maybe it was a setback, a failure, or a mistake so pivotal that you wish you could take it back. Well, I'm certain we've all been there. And in moments like this, I'm sure we all felt overwhelmed by guilt or disappointment, believing that one mistake would define our future lives. But what if I told you that it's not the events that shape and define who we are, but rather the manner in which we choose to respond? Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Anya, and I'm in year 7. Today, I'm eager to share a new way to look at our mistakes, a way to see our setbacks as an opportunity to grow. Firstly, I'd like to ask a question for the people in the audience today. By show of hands, how many of you have ever faced a situation completely overwhelming, where everything seemed to have spiraled out of control? Yes, I'm sure most of us have. And in moments like this, it is easy to find yourself believing your missteps are what truly defines you. But here's the thing. The event itself doesn't define who we are. It is the way we choose to interpret those challenges that shapes our identity. Now, if my words aren't substantiative enough to shape your perspective, there are studies that show that choosing to learn from our mistakes helps significantly improve our mental health. According to the National Institute of Health Research on Accepting Negative Emotions and Thoughts, it is stated that habitual acceptance is strongly linked to a better psychological health. Even in my short life, I have experienced a situation which truly feels impacting. As a person who highly values my academic results, the first time I ever missed an entire page on one of my exams truly felt like the end of the world. Despite it being against my will, of course, it taught me a great lesson: to check every single page. Ever since then, I have never missed a page on any of my exams again. And this is why, instead of seeing our mistakes or failures as something negative, we can view it as a valuable lesson. This process involves recognizing our emotions, understanding their causes, and using that awareness to make informed decisions in the future. This concept is what psychologists call cognitive reframing. The term was first coined by Aaron Beck in the late 1960s, and it is now a key technique used in this cognitive behavioral therapy, or CBT. After decades of research from meta-analysis like Butler 2006, it is evident that cognitive reframing helps significantly improve mental health. We can see that this point is also supported, as according to the UK's National Institute of Health and Care Excellence, they report that up to 70% of people respond positively to CBT in this way. A historical example of this is provided by Viktor Frankl, a Holocaust survivor. Viktor Frankl wrote Man's Search for Meaning. His ability to find meaning and purpose and to rise from adversity was a clear example of his resilience. While I acknowledge that implementing this is not always easy, these awareness have profoundly shaped my perspective on failure and personal growth. So, before I leave you all today, I would like you to contemplate on these following thoughts. Firstly, what happens in life is often outside of our control. Failures, betrayals, losses, and mistakes are all things that we cannot control. So, if we cannot control when, where, or even why such events take place, why should it be the key factor to define who we are? Second, growth comes from choice, not circumstance. There is always an opportunity to grow. It merely comes down to your decisions, whether you choose to harvest the strengths to seize that opportunity or not. Lastly, we are not trapped by our past. Regardless of what has happened in each of our lives previously, we will always have the ability to influence our futures. Every single one of us will experience a situation which feels impacting. And when we do, we all have a choice to make: rise from adversity or stay regretful. Once we realize we have the power to shape our futures, our lives will change. Thank you.